We are at Rock Creek Station, and this would have been lost to history. This was a Pony Express, Oregon Trail, and California Trail stop. Now, as we all know, Pony Express only lasted about 2 years, and then it went defunct because telegraph came out, railroads met, and that was the end of the Pony Express. But this was a way station right here where they switched horses and ran on. Now, this would have been lost in history. Nobody would have cared except for one important event. Ever hear of a young fella named James Butler Hickok? Well, here's where he did his dastardly deed. He and another fella killed 3 people. And then he left town, so to speak. James Butler Hickok was arrested, taken to jail, stood trial. He pleaded not guilty because he said it was self-defense. He was acquitted and let go. Now, who was James Butler Hickok? Well, because of that incident here, he became known as Wild Bill Hickok. It's not real clear, but you can see the gully coming down, and that is from the wagons from the Oregon and California Trail. Those are actual ruts more than 175 years later. This is also the trail for Oregon and California wagon trains. This particular one goes to a bridge across the river. And of course, as with everything, the bridge had a fee. The toll for the bridge was $5 a wagon. And consider, they had to buy their wagons, they had to buy their oxen or horses, or mules, they had to buy all their supplies to take with them. I don't imagine they would have had a whole lot of money left to be paying tolls every time they crossed a creek, a stream, or a river. Well, now you understand why this was called Rock Creek. The whole bottom of this creek is nothing but rocks, which would have been a real problem for the wagons. Steep banks. Not a good crossing. And to get to a place to get a good crossing, you might have to go 2 miles away, and no promise that there'd be a good crossing there. And you would have lost almost a whole day just trailing to get around from paying your toll across the bridge. Here is the bridge across Rock Creek, and you can see from the banks of this creek, it's just about impossible to get a wagon down here and have all four wheels still attached to it. This is a log bunkhouse building for the stagecoaches and also the Pony Express riders. Not a lot of comfort, at least to us, but when you're coming across on a stagecoach or covered wagon, being inside, away from the elements, would be a great luxury. These are the typical wagons that would have gone across the prairie. And in this case, these would have been Oregon wagons. They're not as big as a Conestoga, not as heavy, and actually couldn't carry as much. But as long as they got you there, that is all that mattered.